It's Tabletop time! I'm Dave.
I'm Al.
I'm Murray.
I'm Dragon.
And I'm Jen.
And today we're up episode 2 of our journey into Alfheim. The adventure brought to you by Loot Studios as we enjoy their journey using their minis, which we'll have some of them on display today. And last episode, we basically introduced all of our characters. We had Nodane, played by Jen, the lovely hippie wood elf bongo lady.
Bongo babe.
Rowan, the wood elf, which you called the Freyakin. Is that correct?
Yes.
Who is sort of an axeman warrior master.
X-Man.
Yeah.
X-Man.
And we also, of course, have myself playing Ari, the assassin. We also have a guest appearance by Dragon breathing into the microphone really loudly.
You're the only one who can hear that with your
Yeah, I
headphone
thought I'd put it on just so I can actually monitor that. And of course, we have Ilva, pronouncing it right. I've never pronounced it in anger. Ilva, played by Al, who is a Rotgia, dark elf. Rotgetar.
Rotgetar.
Our pronunciation is on point because we're Aussies.
I think of, this is so wrong, but I keep thinking of like rat getter.
Rat
all the rats.
Well, it would probably very much translate to rot getter. So
There you go.
yeah,
I'm gonna get that right.
there is a lot of English that is derived from Old
You got
Norse.
that right in there.
But I will pass the buck to our GM Dragon, who will take us into the world. We just stepped through the portal. There is a naughty portal that won't close to Alfheim, and we have just stepped across its precipice into Midgard.
Nice.
I'm not Norse.
Better. None of this mid-high.
I am genuinely a person who has sat in. I've sat with people in Norway and talked about Norse mythology with kids from Norway and had their parents turning around and being like, are we being taught about Norse mythology by an Australian? Is this happening?
Stop.
Take the shot.
Welcome to
too
hyper
much.
interests.
The laser suddenly appears on your forehead.
So,
Yes.
jumping back in, as you pass through the portal to Midgard, you are greeted by a cool, gentle breeze, though you enter into a long, dark stone tunnel. The air feels damp as the portal shimmers behind you, and there is this slight sort of salty tang to the air. Further down, you can hear the sound of wind, and what after a moment's sort of concentration feels or sounds like crashing waves or the roar of water. The tunnel spans along ahead of you. What would you like to do?
Is there any way to discern what opens or closes these portals? Do we know that?
You give me an Arcana check, please.
He was
And
thinking.
anyone else can also.
He was
make an
thinking, what's this guy gonna not be good at? What's Dave gonna fail to roll?
What's fate? What's this going to be?
There we go.
How does that feel?
What did I get?
A nat one.
A nat
Oh,
one.
it was a 13.
Well, with
There you go.
plus 4,
I don't think you get to add to your nat ones.
I don't know. This isn't my specialty. I don't even
You
know. I don't even think
looking
about
over you're very used to traveling by portal, and as far as you've seen, it has just been very much a wave of the hand. The portal, very sort of Stargate style, just comes into formation and then is sort of dismissed in a very similar fashion. The concept of what would be holding something like this open in this regard, generally it'd be okay, because usually you'd be with, I imagine, someone else who would have the ability to open or close these. For it to be open is actually quite, you sort of almost in that do I go? What am I supposed to, it's off-putting.
For a portal that was aflame, this is not the destination I was predicting to come across.
It is so much sunlight.
No, it is. It is. Sorry. You are underground. It is quite.
there's
You
no
are very
sunlight.
comfortable right now.
Yes. Wait, I thought you said there was coast.
No, you can hear basically further down. You can hear like in that very sort of echoed like seashell like way. You can hear crashing waves. You know, sort of the rushing of water against stone and wind. And you can smell
I'm
water.
glad there's not sunlight.
There's a crack in deep in the rock that just has this like one pinprick of light.
A beam right on me.
It's just following you as you walk. Curse you.
I take a half step back with some trepidation and then... Does anyone have the ability to open these portals? Looking at my companions.
It is already open.
And our task to close it.
Perhaps that's what our friend Nadane here is for.
Now, do we? Does anyone?
Yeah. You would know, like, through various rituals, possibly not the, like, as some might say, the preferred way, but you are aware of, like, through your music and through your understanding of the way the portals of Yggdrasil and with your attunement to Yggdrasil, you would be able to open this portal again if it closed.
Okay.
There's the bongo-based quick time event.
Okay. This is
Like
important.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah. But you're a cleric. Elle's a cleric. And Jen, you're a bard,
Sure
right?
am.
So this is getting mechanical because we're playing D&D. In theory, Elle, being level 18, you can cast Plane Shift.
What spell level is that?
Level 7th.
Yeah, okay.
So in theory,
Yeah.
there is one in our party who can
at
Plane Shift
at
us
the
back.
very end of need, you would be able to just and like
Okay,
But
my
why-
concern about being forever separated from my life partner is currently more
but why
well,
would
potentially
we,
Ragnarok is starting
Why would we open a portal right after shutting it?
to get back.
Yeah.
And then that would close.
So a
we would
different
Plane Shift
portal.
back. It would be, let's say we close it and then we're stuck in Midgard.
Okay, then we make a different one. We're not going to reopen the weird one. Just checking.
Yeah, that was all out of character from me. But
Okay.
yes, the idea is
You
I
asked
just
in
wanted-
your character
okay.
voice,
Yeah, yeah.
my guy.
but then my response then wasn't in my character voice. I'm sorry, it was very unprofessional.
Okay, fine. I will swap out a spell if that's very
No, you don't
important.
need to, but because we can do it after sleep. I just
Okay.
you know that you would like if you don't have it
possibility.
prepared, you know you'd be able to.
Okay.
you just have to
Rest.
say yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go.
And there's a level of confidence that immediately comes
Steps
back.
back towards, steps away from the portal.
Yeah.
So much for a confident Tilbrand.
Well then.
Do you wish to abandon Alfheim so much?
No, I just not. You're not what I expect. That's all.
I really am. I would, I'll chart ahead.
Go for it.
I would like to basically like see if I can navigate my way through these tunnels and start to lead people carefully, discern where the exits are based off like the blowing of the wind and all that stuff.
Cool. Roll me a perception check. Or survival, actually.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, no, perception. Your perception.
You can choose, my guy.
because I don't think I've ever in D&D done this.
What perception check?
Oh, what did I get? A 3?
Rolled a 3.
I rolled a 3. That's a 20. No, that's only an 18.
Oh, boo. Only an 18.
I've never got to do that ever where I just roll garbage. I'm like, just plus a billion.
Yeah. I love
Rolls
that.
don't matter.
Expertise.
You slipping ahead, you sort of creep down, like keeping a keen eye on the pathway ahead of you. You notice that there are a number of smaller caverns that seem. All of these you notice as you're like creeping through, they all seem hastily but purposefully dug. Like they've been dug. You realize from scrapings in the wall, while it has been long weathered, these were carved with tools. Like these were dug out and hollowed to create pathways. Making your way ahead, you sort of picking the pathways that you can hear various sort of sounds down, the rushing of water. You start to smell, the air being less stale and more of that like brine sort of briny smell. You lead your party through. While this is happening, does anyone else have anything they want to do? Anything else they...
With my superior dark vision, I'll just like try and see if there's any interesting like markings on like the walls around us or anything that would like hint at what this anomaly is that is keeping the portal open.
Okay. Roll me a... So you're looking for... Yeah, so roll me a perception check, please.
Just like anything interesting, really.
Yeah.
It's not 3.
And then there's 3.
Oh,
The information to be
we're getting the jitters out. We're getting the
Not
jitters
as
out.
quite as good as Dave's bonus, but it is still a 14.
14. Awesome. As you're wandering through, like with your, you are at the stage in here where you can see, even down in the gloom of the roots of Yggdrasil, you are, like it is enjoyed because there is that darkness there. There is one of the few places that you are truly in this shadow and gloom. Here it is almost like you're sitting there and you're seeing the others sort of like peering and possibly, but then every so often seemingly like to squint. You are just, it is daylight in here for you.
I'm chilling.
You notice along the way that, yes, in similar ways that you, as the Tierbrand, your Hushblade friend saw, there are, the walls seem to have been carved out seemingly very, very long ago.
Okay.
With tools, picks, chisels, various things. You also notice that along the way there are quite sturdy pillars built in the walls, like these iron-banded, heavy timber pillars, which are also showing signs, of wear and like of age, and also weathering in a heavily salted air.
I'll tell the others that it looks like it's made from tools. This doesn't look like an animal or creature created this path. Just a heads up.
Groovy.
I'm just going to be sort of standing more or less like equidistance between Ilva and Nadine. Basically just standing guard. Like I think in this area, like caves aren't my thing, but I think their expertise and importance in this matter far much outweigh my own. So
yeah. So you're keeping pace.
yeah, I'm
just
going to
keeping
do
an
the
eye
soldier's
away.
duty for
You're
the
the
time
sentry.
being without a.
It is
a
also
head of
like
my own.
it is very much as you're passing through. You recognize it is, while it's not uncomfortable, particularly for you to walk, it is very much like a single person traveling path. Cool. Anything that Nadine would like to do?
I sort of say that like the vibes are so dark. And then I start playing my drum.
There you go, stealth.
No,
Cool.
that's just the lighting.
So you just start to like just sort of
Yeah,
like
just a really like droning beat just so that everyone can still hear, I guess, where we are.
Do you want light? You want light?
No, I'm chill, baby.
Okay. You do you.
you like as you're playing your drum, you're hearing sort of it echo through different tunnels as it runs off down into these like deeper caverns that seem to be sparking off from where you are headed following your Hushblade companion.
Well, at least we'll have the bonus of not having to seek out any foes if they're within earshot. They'll simply come straight to us.
Then we'll see them coming.
Good job, Nadine.
Were these, and I run my fingers along some of the stone carvings of the wall, like where it's hewn out. Do you, Rowan, think they were carved by Dvergar or men?
Hard to tell, honestly, between them. I'm no expert on architecture, if that's what another existence would call this. But I personally would wager humans. They they're a bit more, well, unrefined with their creations.
Very good. And
If it is humans we're dealing with, we won't have a problem, I don't think.
Yes.
But humans couldn't do something like that to a portal.
A good attitude, but let's not allow our reach to outgrasp ourselves. I think that's one of their terms. I shan't use another. My point was, humans can be cunning.
Okay.
It's their sayings that elude me.
We keep traveling, I guess.
You continue on, following your Hushblade companion through to a large natural circular chamber. The floor in here is smooth, flat stone. The walls around seeming to rise up in this almost like concave fashion until the top middle of the roof appears to be torn or fallen away, revealing the sky above. You can see clouds slowly drifting overhead. Every so often you see sort of a bird float past. And yet from beyond you can hear the crashing of waves against stone. Looking around, the portal, the inside of these walls appear to be what appears to be volcanic stone. As it seems, but it also seems to sort of bow inwards from the walls, almost like overhanging slightly from the edge of the chamber. At the far end of the room, you see a large circular stone. It is curved on the outside of it. There's a ring of carved runes. They all seem to be glowing with this dull, very dull light. Seemingly stemming from in the center of it, almost like jammed into it just haphazardly. You see a large, glowing longsword.
That is ominous.
Do we recognize the structure of the object itself? Or is like the purpose of it sort of unknown?
The purpose is unknown at this moment. It would you gather like you'd probably have to have a look over it to see what exactly it is.
Yeah, we need to investigate. It's not a case of there's the wardstone.
Yeah,
It shouldn't have a sword lodged in it.
This is something like this portal. In a way, none of you entirely know why it's here. Like it is a portal to Midgard, but it's also not one that you've used before.
it is almost as if we are being drawn here.
I don't like that.
Possibly.
A portal to Alfheim that has not closed and nothing has come through, that leads to an underground cave with an ominous... Well, be careful. The trickster god has already struck one catastrophe against our kind.
Don't mention him.
Everybody stay on your guard. However, we will get no further answers from keeping our distance.
Hold on, just let me check it for rot, okay? In case there is a poison here.
Do you wish for me to accompany you over there?
I should be able to do it from here. Within 30 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do it from here.
Very well.
I'd like to cast Detect Poison and Disease, which I can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet, and I can identify what kind of poison or creature or disease within 30 feet.
There is no such thing in this area.
It seems to be safe from rot and disease, at least.
You sense no sign of taint.
Not that I can tell, but it is a strange sight, at least.
You said there were runes. Are they similar to what Ilva saw before? Or are they different?
Ilva.
Ilva.
Sorry, saw when?
At the start. Because it was like drawings on the walls, right, of the cave.
No, the walls were carved out as if like, and when I say carved, I mean like they were as if
Like with
when I say they were carved out, they were
pickaxes,
carved out with pickaxes. I mean like they aren't built to be like walled living chambers, but it's
Right.
not like something burrowed through or it's like a volcanic passage.
Okay, so we haven't seen
But
these.
there's been no runes so
no,
far.
I hadn't seen anything. Can anyone read that?
Sorry, it's just can anyone read full stop? I'm like, I hope so. We're all elves.
Well,
We're probably all hundreds of years
I
old.
didn't
Story's
know
gonna
what to
suck
call
if you
it.
don't.
So it was a pause and then that. Can anyone read that?
Certainly not
What
from
language is
here.
it in?
You'd have to get closer.
You are approaching?
Yeah, we're up.
Yeah. Looking over it as you get closer, you recognize that it is Dwarven. But it is not necessarily text. It appears to be a combination, sort of a series of runes around the outside of this circle that, reading them out does not quite make sense. It's almost more
Is it
a
more like
list.
is it more, instead of like a written language, it's more like pictographs or something in their culture?
something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Does it? I'm happy to roll for this, but does it seem like a spell or like a ward?
Who can read Dwarvish?
Who can read Dwarvish, but also, yes. So anyone who would like to inspect can roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, I see.
You can?
You can do it
Yeah,
as well.
apparently.
yeah.
That's where it is on the sheet. No, no, you roll. I was just like, what?
I didn't say anyone.
I did say, like, you. I'm not.
Well.
It's not just a thing that you can be like they're better. They can roll. If you want to roll, if you want to have a look and check, you're welcome to. What I generally frown upon is when players do the whole, oh well, they roll bad, so I'm going to roll. So if you want to roll.
I meant I didn't know, saw it on this sheet and went,
So we can all read Dwarvish.
We can all do that was the
Makes sense,
conclusion
we're
I
all
was coming
elves.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9.
9. They are definitely magical.
It's magic.
It is very like from what you can read here and from what you are seeing, it is very tricky to ascertain what the purpose of this is. As you approach, your eyes, however, possibly the reason that that you don't quite ascertain as keen on this magical effects as you would be. Your eyes are continuously pulled to this sword that is jammed into the thing. It is a long, quite finely made, sturdy-looking longsword. The blade, the hilt itself seems to be a polished gold, sort of almost these like twisting knotwork arcs reaching out on either side. But the blade almost glistens like glass caught in sunlight. You see in that blade the exact same glow that you held in your hands, in your vision.
Are the runes on the blade or around?
No, the runes, so essentially, sword is in stone. Runes are carved into the stone around it. Looking at the way, like, I will say from where you are, looking at the way the blade is in the stone, the blade is not part of the incantation.
Okay. Okay.
Someone seems to be quite the critic of dwarven infrastructure. Can I make out the make of the sword? Is it, that's clearly a dwarven design or something, the sword itself, or does it look purely, very mystical and like of the gods sort of thing?
Now comes the bit where I have to decide what skill check that comes under. Roll me a
History.
say like a history check. Yeah.
All right. 11.
11. It appears dwarven made, but it is, as far as you have seen, this is something that you imagine looking at it. It is something that has been made by either an extremely skilled craftsman or by someone from a very long time ago.
You said that the blade was basically look like it's made of glass, which I'm going to assume is pretty atypical of dwarven things.
Like dwarves make, as many would say, some of the elven smiths may boast, but it is generally pretty well concurred that the dwarves make are like unmatched when it comes to craftsmanship. This, however, looking at it, you gather if this were made by a dwarf, as many of the old dwarven crafts were, this would be a gift for a god.
Yeah, this is another step beyond. Right. I think immediately my biggest concern here is whomever that sword may have belonged to, and if they are still nearby.
I'm thinking maybe perhaps the sword could be almost a reason the portal is open, right? The same way you wedge something in to jam it open. This sword is out of place.
You recognize, in this moment, as you're thinking about this and you're looking at this blade, there is a thread that is pulling you towards this sword, as you've already sort of like found with not being able to sort of take your eyes off it. But in that moment, as you are staring at it, you recognize there is a thread that seems to be running back the way you came, almost like an energy that is in the air going back towards the portal. And you gather that this sword appears to be, one way or another, connected to something, almost like a part of something that is back in.
Yeah, Ilva kind of
Alfheim.
like circles the sword, and her eyes take on this like glazy look as she's like trying to assess it without necessarily touching it. But yeah, she's expressed that she thinks it's connected. Unless someone would like to look for traps, and I say this is as good a lead as any.
I concur.
I can look for mundane traps.
May as well.
What am I rolling to do that?
Just perception, please.
Oh yeah, what did I roll?
14?
14.
Come on,
Ahem.
hit us.
Yeah, that's 29.
29. Cool.
You spot those traps.
You
My passive perception's 25.
looking over the this stone. It's a stone.
Yeah.
Like there is nothing as far as like you look for pressure plates, and as you look for pressure plates, you very quickly realize that this is more or less carved out of the ground and seems to be and into the wall. Like it is not a thing that someone has put here. It is something that someone has carved out almost. Either that or time has, had such build up that it is now just one and the same.
It seems safe enough.
Safe?
Who has the strength to pull the sword from a stone?
Be the King of England.
Not sure it is strength. Can you not feel the thread to the portal?
Not.
It has a thread.
That is not my specialty.
That's definitely your business. I'll give it a tug.
Perhaps bards will sing of this in the next cycle.
We'll see about that.
We
Roll me
shall.
a strength check, please.
Alright. 18?
18.
Woo!
Total?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, as you
Oh,
reach.
sorry.
What? How did you do that?
Because I rolled a saving throw, not just
Oh, yeah, that.
Do you mean athletics?
No. It's just
strength
raw
check.
strength. Just
It's
straight
just
strength
12.
check.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
There you go.
As
I was just like
you
looking there. I was like, strength.
as you reach
still
out
doesn't.
and take
It's a
hold
6.
of the handle.
Oh, it's a 9.
It's
Sorry.
oh, that's all right.
Sorry.
As you reach out and take hold of the handle, your hand, the skin of your hand wraps around the handle of this blade, and you feel a warmth emanate from it. Is this soft, gentle, almost like, as you would imagine, feeling the sun on your face in the first days of summer. It is calming, it is soothing, but also it is a reassuring feeling And as this sort of feels your arm up to your shoulder, you just pull the sword free. You gather it was not held in very tightly. It wasn't in that far.
That's so simple.
However, as you draw it and you're standing there looking at it,
Here it comes.
you see the runes in this circle start to sputter and spark, and the area around you starts to shake, like the ground beneath you trembles. Stone and dust falls from the walls around you, and you hear this deep, booming voice. Who here speaks giant?
Me.
You do. Cool.
Yeah.
So the rest of you hear this deep, booming grumble that is does not make sense. It is not in a language you understand. It is more or less this sort of You hear this voice in giant shudder, like it sounds to you as if it is coming from the stone around you, as if it's coming from the earth itself. It says, "Finally, my chains are loosened. My bonds broken." The walls around you start to twist. This bowed stone of the walls curving slightly and almost serpent-like shifting as the walls crash into the sea around you, freeing you to the open sea, to the horizon. And this huge looming serpent head leans up from the water, the ocean foam pouring off its scaled form as it glares down at you all with these giant toothy grinned more as it says, "Jörmungandr is free." I need everyone to roll initiative.
That's not
Hardly
good.
not.
You just oopsie us into.
Oh boy, what a roll. Can
Oh.
Mari and I roll over a 10?
No.
You would think,
Absolutely not.
statistically.
14 for me.
I have advantage on initiative.
Then it was
20.
possible.
No, not 20 something. I only got
Plus
17.
Cool. I'm going strong.
I got oh. I got a really solid 9.
Okay. That doesn't bode well for what I'm about to say.
22.
Okay, so that was anyone above a 20.
This is me not remembering
Mr.
what.
Rogue
Yeah, well, it's the feat.
alert?
Alert, yeah.
gets plus
Plus
5.
5, yeah. So I got 17, but
Just ask me rather than Google.
sorry, you know all your data. Sorry, I didn't. I
20 to 15.
I got 14, so.
I rolled a 3, so I'm on a 2.
Oh, -1 to initiative?
Yeah, he does. What a fighter.
Actually, no, because of the
Seriously.
racial bonus, I just didn't change
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It's just a 3.
So
14, yeah.
Isn't that
You rolled
such an
really badly.
Should we switch?
I don't know. I'm so surprised.
what did you two get?
I got a 9.
And Mari?
3?
Yeah.
This side of the table.
This side of the table.
Should we reveal?
I think we
board?
should.
Oh my
Go for it,
gosh.
Jen.
Revere our dice rolling skills. That's what you should do.
I don't. Is this,
I don't know.
is
Jazzaros
this,
does it.
No.
It's that, but then
No,
you press
not
the
that
other
one.
one. Then you press the other one.
Mari can do it.
Yeah, Mari's on it. Yeah. And now you can show
Zoom
everyone
out.
what's up there.
So, do you want to introduce the fact that Loot Studios is really cool mini?
Yeah, we made this over on Tabletop Time. You've probably seen it if you watched the Tabletop Time video. We have
Go watch it.
Jörmungandr in 3 parts and this beautiful environment that we have made.
Part 1.
We have
2.
all the different sections. We have this little internal
Part 2.
oceanic cave for those podcast listeners with 3 pieces of the World Serpent and our party of adventurers running up a little, I guess it's a little
Isle?
island or
Stone of land, yeah.
yeah, spit of land is a good term.
Sure, there's an actual one.
And if this video gets 100,000 views, Dave said I can keep it.
Sure.
Just watch Dave's face drop.
No, I was just like 100,000 views. Yeah, no worries. You can have it.
Dragon goes home and just rewatch.
Dragon's really
rewatch.
angling for this Jörmungandr.
He really is.
You have no idea how much. The moment he showed it to me, I'm like, I need it. So as the walls twist and crumble away, and you realize these impossibly high curved stone walls were in fact the coils of Jörmungandr, the World Serpent himself. He rises from the surf, his like sort of gold-adorned, blue-scaled body leering down at all of you. At the top of the round, though, Hushblade.
I have a quick question.
I have a quick answer.
Epic. Do we all know this to be your?
Oh yes.
Yes. Okay.
There is.
Yeah. We know what this means.
There.
Even though we couldn't speak the language, we probably can guess.
Okay,
There are serpents. There are sea serpents that exist outside of, just in many of the realms, especially Midgard. There is an immensity to this creature that I cannot properly put into words. It is, even as you are staring, you are like, that is that's
shouldn't exist.
should not exist.
Yeah.
You also notice, as you have sort of stumbled back, you glance over your shoulder and you see as Jörmungandr shifts and the one of his many sort of like coils pulls down in the water, the tunnel behind you just collapses.
That's not good. Are we at the edge of this, or are we more in the middle? Like,
You'd
where was
be
this
probably
planned?
closer to the middle, I'd say.
Was the sword in the middle of that?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so
Fantastic.
I'm gonna quickly just half turn to the rest of the group here.
Ilva, I don't suppose this still had the effect of helping the portal. Or have we just worsened everything?
I don't know. This shouldn't be happening.
so is any of his bits in reach? Is in like, are they close to the?
Whose bits
cool.
are you reaching
So it is
for?
still he is still at this stage like leering up over the top of this this platform, this plateau. But many of his cores are still sort of like almost gripping it, like he's stabilizing himself.
I just say there's a brief curl of stronger emotion that you haven't seen so far. You shouldn't be awake. And then just dart forward with my movement, getting right in the line of fire. And my hand nestles around the hilt of a blade in a scabbard no bigger than a dagger. But then as I draw it, there's like this explosion of radiant light as I pull out a sword where there is no blade, because as it draws, the blade manifests in the same coloration as the Bifrost itself, like this bridge of rainbow light burning out the end of this blade, which you would all potentially recognize as clearly a like relic or magic item gifted from the gods. And I'm going to make an attack. I'm going to make a good old attack.
I like that.
Against the World Serpent. So I'm not that optimistic. I have advantage, which is great. But this is my one turn to do damage because I'm a rogue. So I got a 10, and then the next time I rolled, because I have advantage, I got a 7. So that 10 is going to miss because it's only going to be, what's my combat mod? D&D. It is plus 11 plus 2 plus 13 to hit.
Cool.
What was
23.
23.
It's pretty good.
23 to hit.
No, I don't think I'm going to hit.
You like slash out with your blade as
What did
it
I roll?
pulls. You rolled a 10.
Yes,
said you
that's
rolled a 10.
terrible. 23. Cool.
Yeah. So it grinds across the top of one of these scales, and you see these things are like, they are shale stone. They are extremely thick and tough, as it does not seem to have done any damage.
Very good.
Pooh.
Cool.
Cunning action, disengage.
Coward.
Bravely ran away.
Well, that was my only opportunity to do any damage ever
That's
because
not true.
rogues are
You
Yeah.
can still no.
Oh, is it
it's
sneak
not just your
attack?
first round.
Sneak attack.
If you have advantage on the roll.
Yeah, but I only have advantage if you guys are in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I only get advantage in the first.
I would say in this
Someone's
case,
adjacent to the enemy.
No, I don't
Oh.
get advantage for that. I just don't need advantage to get sneak attack damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
cool. Well, with that, it is Jörmungandr's turn.
Oh no.
I've never played a rogue before ever in like
You're doing
13
well.
years of playing D&D. I've never been a rogue.
What do you normally play?
I
Yeah.
almost always end up playing something really like a fighter or something. I end up filling the party and being stuck with something boring. Although I played an artificer and a wizard. So I'm either a wizard, one end of the spectrum, or I'm a fighter. But I've never I always want to play a bard or a druid, and I'm never.
Bards and druids are so fun.
So
Yes,
he
that's fine.
is going to use his bonus action to move his tail around to this little nook on the other side of the party. No. So just where you were, like if we can, just there's fine. But he's in that little, and he's going to bring his head around to stand just where his tail was. As he shifts and moves, his tail comes up and just slams down on top of. Let me just make sure I've got this right. One time, cool. He's going to slam down on top of Rowan.
Whoa. Just because I took out this.
I like that it's like slam, one target. I'm like, that's not one target. What is his tail?
It's the very end of it. It's like a whip.
Dear postal code.
That's definitely a.
To whom it may concern. I do this every time.
That's right. I believe in people's abilities to roll inside.
So there are existing stat blocks from loot that come with the journey to Alfheim for Ragnarok, for Jörmungandr, etc. The CR on this creature is too high for us.
Don't say that.
I'm going to assume that a 27 hits.
Just a little bit.
Cool.
Still little.
So,
Just by some.
the tail slams down
Murray's
on top
used
of
to
you.
this, by the way.
Or
For our
getting
own
hit in
games.
the head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
getting hit with massive hits.
That's a lot of D8s. Actually, it's not as many as I was expecting.
Take 34 bludgeoning damage as his tail just slams down on top of you. At which point, the tail comes back up and it's going to crash down on Ilva.
Ah,
I'm just going to roll it.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah, no, that's going to hit. That would be, well, just so I can say it, that is a 37 to hit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is one of those monsters where I think unless he rolls a 1, he hits all of us.
Yeah.
So there's
God, I didn't
32
Constitution.
points of damage as
Yes.
this tail comes up and slams down. And then his final attack, he's going to bite at the Hushblade.
Oh yeah, go for it. I'm gonna dodge roll.
You did disengage though, didn't you?
I did disengage.
Which
It doesn't
means
seem to
it's
matter.
disadvantage?
No, disengage just means that he can get away.
Oh,
He's
without
probably got
opportunity
reach or
attacks.
something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's gonna bite me. It's a 2.
No, that's a 7.
He would hit me even with a 2. I guarantee
yeah.
you.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know why they put attack advantages that high on D&D monsters, because the max armor you can ever get is like 24, maybe with some shenanigans. I don't, maybe like 26. Someone would be like, oh, I did do like
Yeah,
26.
yeah.
But most characters are going to top out at like
So it
20.
should just be an auto hit. But I guess you're rolling to see if you crit fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are abilities that do bring stuff
Oh, yeah, like
up.
plus 10 to AC for that round. But yeah, that's true.
So
there's a handful of
this
dice.
is as he opens his jaws, leaning down towards you, see this vivid green fluid just trickling down his fangs. So we'll take. So that is 25 points of piercing damage. And
It's never a good sound when the DM is quietly calculating numbers.
16 points of poison damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, the con saving throw is saving throws. The con saving throw is 21.
You feel this poison just.
I'm sorry, what? I said the con saving throw is 21. Did you hear me incorrectly?
I did in fact hear that, yes. This is.
What is the point?
I'm really sorry. This is the goddamn World Serpent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, got it.
As you feel this poison just pulse through your body, you almost fall to your knees, like you stumble as you look up and see this creature rearing back up. Cool, but that is its turn. So Nadine, you're up.
The save target was 22.
What was the?
It was 23 actually.
What was the total damage?
So that was.
Because the type isn't going to matter. It's 25 plus 13 or something. What was the second amount?
That sounds
so
right.
that's
38.
38.
Yeah.
I am going to use uncanny dodge to half that.
Cool. Done.
19. But I'm poisoned or something?
Yeah. So you are poisoned. You dodge to one side, just too late as one of these one of the smaller, which is still the size of like a broadsword.
Yeah.
Fangs just sinks into your shoulder. The claws closing as you manage to sort of like drop your shoulder and pull away.
Good enough to kill Thor. So what's this poison do to me?
So you were poisoned for a minute.
What does poison do in D&D?
You will start taking poison damage at the start of your next turn.
Right. Okay.
Is it also disadvantage on attacks?
Sorry?
Is it also disadvantage on attacks?
No.
Or is this is obviously a specific ability then?
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. But with that, it is Nadine's turn.
Yeah, sure is. How much damage has everyone taken? Sorry.
Like 30 something?
Yeah.
30
Not enough
something?
that you should worry about it
Okay.
yet. We have
Alright.
over 100 health
Sick.
each.
Because I've never played a bard before, I use bardic inspiration as a bonus. Right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I
What I would do against the World Serpent is have a look on your spell list down in the high level section and see if any of it sounds good.
I won't cast Vicious Mockery then.
No, please don't. Please use the spell slot. Can I cantrip it?
Do not taunt the giant snake!
I do love when we were talking about Descent into Avernus before, and there's the moment of when there's a point when you're reading through because it's got Tiamat's spell stat block in it, and you get to the bottom and it's like, oh, by the way, just a side note, Tiamat can ignore any spell under 6th level.
Oh my
And I'm like,
god.
Rude.
6?
What do you got? What do
Some
you got?
casters get
that's juicy?
5 spells
Yeah,
and you're
half
done.
casters can't do it.
Savage.
At 4th, Fount of Moonlight, which I've never heard of
Fount of
before.
Moonlight,
That's
yeah.
it. Polymorph.
What do you got at 7?
Please, polymorph!
What have you got at spell level 7?
So 6th is Eye Bite, which I was potentially going to use.
yeah,
7th is Regenerate. 8th is Animal Shapes. 9th is Mass Heal and Power Word Kill.
You have power word kill.
Apparently.
Well, you're not going to be able to use that against your. It's so funny. It's like, oh no, I have 99 health.
I was going to say, until he's 99 health, so we're just
And
going to
then-
whittle him down.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
So what was eye bite?
Once this episode is over, I'm going to tell you how many hit points he has.
Oh my god.
Sounds fun.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, all right. sick.
Unless there's a buff that can buff us and make us more
As
defensive.
far as I'm aware, I don't know what Fount of Moonlight does, but otherwise, let's use this.
You mean you thoroughly read all of your spells?
I didn't have much time, okay?
Look, D&D's a mess like that. You're a level 18 character. You've got 14 pages of spells.
I've
I've played
23
every other
spells.
spellcaster, and yet I'm like, these spells
Yeah.
I've never heard of before.
Yeah, something you'll always get, yeah.
So it's concentration. You create bright light. You have resistance to radiant damage. Your melee attacks deal extra damage. In addition, after you take damage, you can use a reaction to force them to make a con saving throw. On a failed save, they get blinded. That's what Fount of Moonlight
I cast
does.
that on someone.
No, you can't. It's on yourself.
Oh.
Otherwise, eye bite is they have to take saving throws
Yeah, that
every
sounds
turn.
that sounds
Yeah,
funner.
Do
Let's
eye
do
bite.
that. Okay, I
I bite.
put out my hands and give a little jazz fingers.
I bite you.
And I cast Eyevibe. So I have to.
They have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Correct, yeah.
Or just legendary resistance it. I don't know.
I wouldn't do that.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll only do that if I fail.
It's a natural 20. As you cast this spell, there is an aggressive pushback. Like this is a resistance that, of an ancient being. Not one that you gather is, shall we say, impenetrable, but it is powerful.
But the good news is you get to do this every turn.
Until I run out of spell slots.
No, it's on.
Is she
concentration.
concentrating? Yeah, but you have to roll to the concentration.
Only if you get bopped. So don't get bopped.
Don't
Easier
get bopped
said
because
than
this will be definitely a nat 20.
Unfortunately, Jörmungandr is real good at bopping, apparently.
He's really good at bopping. That mallet alligator game, favorite. He loves it.
I do like
he
that
has
game
top
as
score.
well.
We know the pattern, right? Like the cycle. Like we know Thor's meant to fight this guy. So we cannot hope to best Jörmungandr. We must find a way to escape.
It's not meant to be awake right now.
And yet,
Clearly he is.
Cool.
But the way
Ilva, it is
behind
your turn.
us- The way behind us has been blocked.
Yeah.
Correct?
You are now standing there with, as much as this is you are on a single spit of stone in the middle of a vast ocean.
Okay, that's fun. That's
you could
fun.
ask him politely.
Lull him back to sleep.
I'm glad we got the bard now.
I'm going to say, you've got a better chance of power word kill going off than sleep.
Sick. Let's do it.
I'm going to channel the rot from the roots of the tree and cast blight on this big ass snake.
Excellent. What is the...
It's gonna make a con save 19. I'm sure it'll make it, but it'll still take half.
Roll a 1.
The dice have turned on me. That is a natural 1.
Does that
So
mean double
legendary
damage?
resistance.
I'm not going to do that because this is...
Because it was way too high level.
because that feels real dicky.
Has this got what, 3 a turn legendary resistance? Oh no, 3 per
Does
encounter?
that mean I get to roll double die?
Oh, it's got even more.
Yes, so this spell works. I'm going to say with a...
Why would you
what
get
was
to
it?
roll
What was it?
dice?
It's a con save?
Because it's a crit.
You can't crit fail saving throws.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, that's not a rule in D&D,
Oh,
as
okay.
far as I'm aware. I've never heard of crit failing saving throws.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Dragon's
hey,
the
the DM
DM.
can do whatever he
I,
wants.
I will,
Dragon's
I
the
will
DM.
say, for the purposes of this, and because it's normally how I run it, the crit saves, crit fails for saving throws definitely exist.
Okay, cool.
So,
mean,
because
Jörmungandr is good enough.
what's your spell save DC? Or what's your...
19.
Okay, so he still wouldn't have made it anyway.
Huh?
He got an 18.
And he's sleepy.
Yeah, he's still waking up. He's still got the little bits of goop in his eyes. It's really hard to get out with this big tail.
Can I just say this is a terrifying monster? A very cool mini though.
Oh,
I didn't bring
so
enough
cool.
dice, so I'm going to have to roll these twice. Oh. Okay.
God, someone's doing damage to the World Serpent.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay.
Someone
8,
just pulled
16,
aggro.
24, 25, 26, 27, 31, 36, 7, 43. Yep.
So far.
Who'd be a level 18 character? It's too much math, man.
Oh, so much math.
44.
The amount of people I know that play D&D who are like,
50,
I hate math. I'm like,
55,
Why do you play this?
why are you here?
70, 75.
75 points of damage.
Necrotic damage.
Necrotic
and my
damage.
necrotic damage ignores resistance because I'm a death cleric.
I do need to ask just for immunity's sake, but that's okay. So you cast and you watch as you release this spell, and there's a part of his, sort of his underbelly where the scales just slowly dull, wither, and then crack away, and you see this like raw, sort of like fresh pink skin underneath.
Oh dear. That's just like my little bonus action thing. I'm gonna say to Rowan, try putting the sword back in.
Like into the worm or into the rock?
Into the
In the
rock.
hole.
The rock is gone.
Oh, like
It is like the moment you pulled it out, it sputtered and cracked, and it is just crumbled to pieces.
Okay,
Like,
never mind.
I'm guessing it's Boulder's sword.
I mean, you could put it into
A
the
boulder?
serpent.
No, the rock was Boulder.
No, because it's totally Boulder's sword. It's like a magic flaming sword that's like tethered to Boulder and in your. Yeah, totally.
What do you want me to do? Steal it off him?
I don't know.
Or-
Stick it in. I don't know.
Yeah, you could stick
I was
it.
going to ask what loot I just picked up, so hey.
at the end of your turn, so at the end of
Yeah.
your turn?
Yes.
Cool. Jörmungandr's going to take his legendary action.
Oh,
Sure he is.
boy.
He rises up like from this, like looking down at this sort of patch of bare skin under his
Snaky.
under his scales. He pulls back, looking at the four of you, and he roars, his jaw like splitting open at the base, his face almost expanding. I need
Oopsie.
I need everyone to roll me a wisdom save.
Boy.
That's
Oh,
where I'm
boy.
a Viking.
What?
Camera time. Do you want to toggle the?
Yeah.
Jen, what did you get?
I got a 3, but
So you failed.
what was it? Wisdom.
Wisdom save.
That's a 5.
Okay, so judging off last time, I'm going to want at least to roll like an 18.
Can I just ask, do I need more than a 20?
Yeah.
You still have to roll in case you got what I got.
You know the worst part is that that's a 21 and I know it's going to fail.
At least you didn't roll a nat 1.
So
That's true.
what did you get?
21.
21 total. Yeah. Okay.
You know what?
One. Oh.
Wait, you nat failed?
Yes,
Crit fail,
I
sorry.
did,
Yeah.
because
That
I
makes-
can't have nice things.
Hey, I mean, you actually didn't roll the dice to damage,
Now,
so
I
you're-
rolled an 18, and I get a +1.
That's a 19.
But I could re-roll it if I wanted to. but I
No, don't do
You
that.
can reroll wisdom
You're
saving
not going to
throws?
get it better than an
Yeah,
18.
my indomitable class.
No.
perk.
Okay.
Murray, I know how we roll.
Take
That's how we roll. So, what did everyone get? 21,
19.
5.
21.
1. Cool. So everyone failed.
I double failed.
You all take 33 points of psychic damage. And as you stare,
Is this a just because I know I've never been a rogue before. I have the AoE half damage thing. What's it, evasion?
It's for dexterity saving.
Okay, it doesn't
Yeah.
say that here. Cool.
so each of you staring up as you stare up into this monstrous, colossal face in these glowing, leering yellow eyes. Each of you feels this cold, frozen grasp grip at your spine. As you see in these eyes, almost reflected back to you, the end of everything. You see the end of the timeline, the cycle falling through. You see everything around you and everything that you would know return to the abyss in this one moment. You are all frightened.
Yay.
But that is its legendary action.
Do I take double damage because I crit fail?
No,
You did just let me do double damage because you crit failed, so.
I did. Yeah. Well, yeah. No,
Okay.
that's all right.
Damn, is
think
very
it's gonna be
nice.
that one.
Very kind.
I am well aware of what this is.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. Cool. Rowan, it is your turn. Mm-hmm. So you cannot, as
Get
interestingly as it is in this scenario, you cannot willingly move closer to it,
And it is all around me.
and you have disadvantage on essentially any check while in line of sight with it.
Including attack rolls.
Yep.
Oh,
Let me ponder that one for a second. All right. Well, to start things off, I'm going to use my bonus action for second wind. But in the interest of time doing things, I am going to basically be rooted in place both by indecision and
Oh.
the vision.
Apologies, I just read this and I read it. I realized this is different to the way the normal rules go.
Oh.
The start of your turn, you can repeat the saving throw against frightened.
Ooh.
So you're welcome to try again.
Sure. All right.
Nat 20. That's not a natural.
Almost. Not quite.
Not quite. Okay.
All right, sorry.
Never. Business as usual.
Yeah, I'm sort of, as I said, frozen by both indecision, it's all around me, and by the visions that I just saw.
You have just, I imagine in this case, you are staring into one of the main creatures that will be the destruction of everything. And on top of that, you are now also realizing in that sense that in many ways it's now in your mind of like, this is going to happen. What is the point? Why are we here? What is, you know,
Rowan is
we cannot
definitely
win.
overcome. However, luckily, due to his many decades of training, his warrior muscles still move, and he throws a hand axe from his belt.
Roll me an attack
With a disadvantage,
right?
with a disadvantage.
8. Alright, so that's with 8, so that's a 17.
17. You like almost like trying to advance, but held in place. You swing this axe as it flies off and just like off and splashes into the ocean.
It's alright. It wasn't expecting much from the little axe.
Cool.
Just gonna steal,
Yes, you may.
and I'm going
As-
to use second wind as my bonus action just to get some health back.
Yep. As you are still holding the sword, correct?
That's a
Yes.
Yeah.
D.
As you're standing there, you feel this terror gripping you, the vision of this monster in front of you. There is a whisper from the blade as it just says, I can aid you if you let me.
All right. As my final thing, I sort of glance down at it, and then end scene and go to someone else.
Cool. So top of the round.
Unfortunately,
Back to whatever the hell this is.
back to business.
Cool. So Hushblade, you are up.
I take poison damage, right?
Yes. So.
Oh, do I saving throw that, or am I just for a minute?
1 minute.
Okay, so I'm gonna
on
die.
What? You don't know that? Really?
Creature may repeat this saving throw at the start of their turn.
What type of saving throw?
Poison creature. Okay, so you take the poison damage, but you can take
Will I
the
fail it?
Constitution saving throw.
What damage do I take?
Okay. You take 8 points of poison damage.
Okie dokie. Okay, so no one's within 5 foot of it. I can't move,
Oh, I see what you're saying now.
and
You can still attack even if you don't get a sneak attack.
cool. I pull out my short bow, bonus action, steady aim to not have disadvantage,
Nice.
and I roll it, and I get a
That's pretty good.
26.
A 20 with disadvantage.
I don't have it because I steady aimed, so
got
it
rid of
gives me
it.
advantage,
Yep,
which
yes,
counters.
a 26 hits.
Cool.
Yes!
Ahem. May I present
ours.
to you 8 damage
8 points of damage.
What's
as
that?
a single regular arrow piercing into it.
You did it, buddy. Well done.
I'm so glad
Yay.
we're all paralyzed in place and no one's within 5 foot. Because I would have done an extra 9d6 damage if I was, but
Not super cool.
Sorry for letting you down.
Cool.
yeah,
I'm working on it.
That is your turn.
that's it. And now I do the saving throw for the fear, right? At the end of the turn?
No, you do that at the start. Oh, from the fear, for the fear,
The
yes.
fear. Okay, so that's a wisdom save.
I should probably do that as well.
No.
You already did one.
I roll at the start of the turn.
Okay.
Which was a
did.
bonus.
Cool. Who's next? It is next.
It is
Yeah.
next.
Usually roll it.
So Jörmungandr is going to shift.
Oh, he's moving.
No,
No?
he can just do it from there.
Never mind.
Great.
Never mind.
He doesn't care.
He's going to attack Rowan with his bite, and he's going to attack the other two with his tail.
Who's the other two?
Oh, sorry. He's going to attack Nadine and Ilva.
Ah, yes.
You are poisoned. You are ready to die. Like,
I'm already slowly dying.
so
Don't eat the poison person.
It's its own poison. I think it's fine.
True, actually.
Yep. So that is a
Good result.
It's a 34 to hit. I don't know why I'm rolling to hit. At this time, I'm just rolling to see if I get
You
a nat
could
one
roll
or
a
not.
1.
Or a 20. You could roll a 20.
Or a 20.
Don't forget,
That's
you have an
going to
equal
suck.
shot of ruining our day.
So that is a what did I say? 34 and a 25 to hit for the for the cleric and the bard. So that
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were in the 20s. They hit me.
yep.
Yeah.
They will always hit
Yeah.
unless he rolls a 1.
Yeah.
None of us has AC higher than 20, right?
No.
So that is I'll just do
Woohoo!
So that is 17. 27 points of bludgeoning damage.
For both of us?
Yep. And then for Rowan,
Oh, God. I'm dying.
It sneaks up quick,
27
doesn't
points
it?
of damage.
I thought I was chilling.
So
We were not chilling. Jörmungandr was chilling.
Jörmungandr was real chill, and then you woke
Did
him
you
up.
get hit, Jen? Mm-hmm. Concentration check.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Which is the DC of like half the damage.
Yeah. Just roll it. Roll a d20.
Oh, sorry. Hang on.
What the?
It's either a 20 or a 1. Or is it something else?
What?
It's a 20.
So that
Give
is
Jen a property 20.
Sure.
for Rowan. That is
It's a charging stallion.
26 piercing damage
Yeah.
and 20 poison damage, and you must. And I need a Constitution saving throw. As these as this tail slams down, just smashing on top of both of you, the jaws clamp down on top of
Constitution saving throw,
and you
you
feel
say?
this burn of poison entering your veins.
Actually rolling
29.
29.
Whoa.
Cool. You
Icon.
Yeah. You like feel this poison start to push, and you feeling the constitution of the world tree itself, the inner strength and workings of the world tree itself push you as the fang is like pulled from your shoulder. You see this of like green fluid that just runs down the front of your armor. The poison repelled.
Yay.
Like water of a duck's back.
A really infected, gross duck.
Shame the sword length teeth still really hurt.
Cool.
It was not cool.
Nadine, it is your turn.
My turn. I'm gonna try eye bite again. Eye
So
bite.
yeah, that just happens now.
Oh, sweet.
Does it take a
No
bonus
throw?
action?
Use your action if you want to do it. Okay, that is a.
So I bite again, which is a.
Oh no,
pulse
you
it,
can't do it again if they've succeeded. You can't target a creature again if it has succeeded on a saving throw. That spell sucks. Okay,
It's
done.
it's not.
Great.
It's not. It's a decent spell. It just
It's
requires a
with
very.
more
It's the same thing like with
enemies.
Witch Bolt, essentially.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna sit down and start chanting circle and cast mass heal on everyone.
Jeez
I
Louise.
feel like we're all dying, and I don't like that.
That's so much.
I'm also
That's a lot of healing.
I think that
Well-
cures your poison, my guy.
Nice.
doing it anyway. And I'm also gonna do for my bonus action bardic inspiration to Rowan as well.
Okay.
So I throw in a few extra beats for you.
Wow, you could almost wait another bloody check. That restores 700 hit points.
Yeah.
Split between
fine.
everyone, but yeah, it's like
Cures
it's 100
diseases, not
points.
poison. Any effect making them blinded or deafened.
Oh, not poison? Just disease.
I want to do my chant.
You can do your channel.
Yeah, thank you. Everyone
Thank you.
heals.
Everyone goes to max health.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Peace and love.
Like that.
Saves the day.
The rhythm and power of the world tree emanating from the bard in this moment of utter darkness. This power emanates from her, and you feel your wounds knit together, and yourselves return to full strength.
Nice.
That's super cool.
D12.
Yay.
And then roll to see if you're still frightened as well. So something saving throw. Just roll really well.
That is a 4.
No, you're still frightened.
Boo! Spooky. Who's next?
Okay.
That is your turn. So it is Ilva. It is your turn.
Am I next to Rogue McRogue?
You are next to Rowan at the moment.
Also, are you still frightened? Is it start or the end of turn for the frightened?
For the frightened, it is start of the turn.
Yeah.
So roll a saving throw for frightened.
21.
21. It's building, but you hold. It holds.
Sucks to fail on a 21.
Yeah, I've done it twice.
Damn, we needed some defense against frightened or something.
Watch me. I have one, but it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Yeah, it was when I was like previously before like at the end of the last session, I'm like, remembering you saying it before.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
anything you want to do? And you're like, nope, we're going.
What is
Like,
it? What's
I've
the
got
hero's
hero's
feast?
feast.
Ah.
It didn't seem like the time to sit down and just pull out a turkey.
It's always the time to sit down and pull out a turkey. It's all right. If we live, make sure you do it for the next fight.
Yeah.
That won't
Turkey
be
and
frightened.
always.
Noted. Okay. I'm going to.
Right, we're going on a reconnaissance mission. And I was like, all right, everyone have some of this, bloody ham leg. We might run into Jörmungandr.
You never know what we're gonna find. Old Yormies out there.
Move.
We found some
can I?
goblin who's flicking the light
No.
switch.
It's rather problematic for a rogue.
It is because I want to get close to you. I want to help you.
I'd argue that I could probably move like 10 foot backwards to I'm perfectly equidistant from all three pieces, but that's about all I can move. To rules lawyer, the can't move closer.
Just
Can't move closer, but
Checking
probably
a
can move
spell.
net further away.
sorry. I'm just trying to check if protection from poison has range, so I can reach you.
It's not doing that much damage. It's like did 8 damage.
You literally said you were gonna die.
I thought I was going to die rapidly
Which is why I
because it was
started
going to do
my
more
circle.
than 8 damage.
Okay.
But then it did 8 damage and I felt a little bit more relaxed about it.
I have
And
to
just the
touch
fact
you.
that I won't be able to ever get rid of it.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, tell us.
It's gonna have to roll a nat 1 on a save. But I'm going to
So you tell me there's a chance.
I'm gonna attempt to blind. I'm gonna blind this guy.
Okay.
Wait, it has to roll a nat one.
What's the
Yeah,
what's the
probably.
save?
19.
9. No. What check does it need to make?
Oh,
It's
a
a con check.
Con, yep.
Con's probably the one that, would need a 1 on.
That is a 1, but it's got a 0 after it.
Why would you do that?
So it's a 27.
Yeah, that's my turn. I don't have any bonus actions.
Get him, Rowan.
End of your turn, Rowan. You are up.
Pass your saving throw and talk to this sword.
I get a throwy throw. Alright, so this was for frightened. The wisdom, 18.
You keep rolling really well and it doesn't matter.
I know.
That
He
sucks.
needs a 20.
Is this what we tell everyone we rolled for stats
So
as
you
well?
again, like starting your turn, and you like as the round comes around, you are still surrounded by this creature, utterly doomed in your
Yeah,
mind.
however, usually I would be really against listening to the whispers of magical objects. But having just, in my mind, witnessed basically like the end of the world and my people and everything we stand for, and a magic glowing sword has told me that it could help us, I am going to open myself to it.
You
To see what it is offering.
take this moment and imagine in that idea, like Rowan being the person who's like everything about you is fine. He's going like, this is a terrible idea. But
it's
we're in
slightly
a
better
terrible
than this.
situation. You open your mind to the sword as this energy flushes through you, and you suddenly just take the sword and thrust it into the sky. As this beam of light just
The power of Grayskull!
straight, yeah, very much so. This beam of light juts straight upwards, and there is this pulse that blasts out around all of you. All of you are now immune to fear and poison.
Screw you, Jörmungandr.
He is still very heavy.
I'm suddenly not afraid.
Insert Marvel writing here. Whoa, that's new.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, let's be really aloof about everything, like nothing matters.
Immune
As
to
the
fear and poison.
sorry, no, take your turn from here.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I will take my turn. I love that concept. All right.
Sylvia. Well, here goes nothing.
And I'm going to charge forwards towards the head of the serpent, literally. And I'm going to go bop.
Cool.
So, the first attack with... I don't know what modifier this new sword bestows, but...
Oh, it like so it'd be it's a what was it? It is a +3 longsword.
So roll a 1.
So you're no longsword and then +3.
All right, so 27.
27 hits.
Yeah. Cool. I'm just going to do all my attacks in a row because I'm a fighter and I have 3 attacks.
Go for it.
Hits. Probably not.
That was a 3.
20.
And 13.
And 26.
Sorry, what was the second one?
I rolled a 3.
Oh yeah, cool. No, so that 2 of them hit.
Cool, all right. Cool. Long sword, two-handed D8.
D10 if you're doing a longsword two-handed.
I give you D10.
Yeah, I will steal that, thank you. Cool. All right. 5, 6. Cool. Nice. That's a 9 plus 6, so 15. Whoa. And 9.
Do that include the +3s from the weapon as well?
Yep.
So you charging forward, this newfound bravery taking hold, like flushing out the fear that you felt in this moment and filling you with courage. You charge forward and slash across the creature's hide. It seems like it's hacking into a mountain, but eventually, like at first, like the first strike hits, and you watch as one of these huge scales cracks, and then the second you turn the blade over and jam it through into the flesh below, you see blood just like burst from the wound.
Having seen the success that we realistically have had so far, so call to the rest of the party. Come, brethren, we can at least weaken it.
Mm-hmm. You see, as you turn around and like look to your kin, your eyes are drawn upwards to where the beam was sent up, and you see dark clouds starting to swirl in the sky above you. Cool. Hushblade, it is your turn.
Did I do that?
Well, being fresh as a daisy now.
You're just asking.
Another moment, closed eyes, deep breath, and then, given that I'm already holding it, I will fire my short bow. Cool laser sword notwithstanding, I have advantage because I'm going to use bonus steady aim. So, 26.
26 hits.
Good sneak attack damage! So I fire my arrow directly into the area where Ilva had like melted away the outer scales.
Teamwork.
Hit a little soft bit
my
and
goodness,
throw dice
Dave.
everywhere.
The dice go
How many dice
everywhere.
did I lose? 3?
Just one.
I'll just roll 3 freshies. Okay, so that's 6,
You're lying.
12,
No, that's near the PowerPoint.
28, 29. So 29 plus 9 is 48 damage.
29 plus 9.
It's not how that
38. 38. Yeah, 29 plus 38.
Yep.
Math game!
Cool. So you fire off a shot from your bow, the arrow arcing through the air and striking into this soft, fleshy spot that was blighted away by your comrade. The creature, like Jörmungandr, screeches and turns, like head whipping around to face you.
Poor baby.
Cool. Well, it is its turn.
Oh, not a poor baby. It's fine.
It is going to use its slam attack against Rowan and Ilva, and it's going to bite Hushblade.
Again, I love these two.
Oh, dang! Leave
Yeah,
me
you
alone.
listen now.
And welcome to
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
I'm just going to roll all 3, and if I don't get ones, then...
Yeah.
Suspect you're
Yep.
getting hit.
Cool. So... Slash 8.
Does the immune to poison mean poison damage as well, or
Yes.
just the condition? Oh, poison damage. You're immune to poison damage.
Oh, that's very good.
Nope, that's the wrong dice.
Everyone liked that.
So glad I took the spell.
I love
protection
magic
from
giant
poison.
sword. Yeah.
17. So both the people... So Rowan and Ilva, you both take 27 points of bludgeoning damage.
I don't know why I put that in the calculator. I know how to do
And-
math sometimes.
Hushblade takes...
Takes numbers.
15. Takes 29 points of piercing damage.
I'll take that at half price, thank you.
Yep.
I uncanny dodge, ducking away and getting slashed by those teeth.
Can you just do that whenever?
It's a reaction.
It's pretty epic.
Yeah.
There's moments of everyone like with bated breath awaiting the DM to announce how much damage they're about to suffer.
It's my favorite thing is just sitting there rolling and just hear like handfuls of dice being rolling like, oh god, just kill me.
It's like an entire coconut of dice being shaken.
But with that, Nadine, it is your turn.
Yeah.
Come on, groovy gal.
You kept us alive. That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We like that. Again, so much positivity going around right now.
Let the beats. Let the rhythm of your heart.
Beats by Dre.
Beat it.
Be true to your heart.
Beat it.
Just what's he just still tell you, Jim?
To make it either go blind or deaf.
That's what I tried. You should try it too.
Why not?
It's going to be really good at con saves, so maybe don't do something that makes it a con save.
Then tell me what save they have to make. Bestow curse. Let's do that. That's
Sure.
probably a con
Curse
save
it.
too,
I don't know what that
right?
is. I don't know what that spell is.
It's a 3rd level spell.
It is.
I also have it. Choose one ability score while cursed. The target has disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws made with that ability score. Well, that would be cool for con. Or you could make it have disadvantage against attack rolls against you. Or
You have to touch it, and then it's a wisdom saving throw.
yeah. So you basically can choose it to do one
I
of
have
the
to
4
touch it.
things.
Oh, I don't want to touch
Go
it.
touch it.
Go touch
Or
it.
just bonk it.
Come on.
Up to you.
I mean,
what?
technically you could probably
Bongos.
reach it.
Yeah. You just have to touch like a scale. It's fine.
You touch the middle of it. It's just over there.
This little bulge here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
That's
You got
so
it.
what
You
you're
got it.
referring to.
You got it.
Screw it. Yeah, sure, let's do it. I go give him a little pet.
Oh. Oh.
Yep.
Wait, are you still concentrating on your other spell?
No, it didn't work.
It doesn't.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
you can
concentration
drop
if it doesn't
Okay.
work.
Yeah.
Because if you use 5th level or higher, it doesn't require concentration. Pretty sick.
Sure. I'll cast it at level 5. Level 5, did you say?
Yeah,
Ornaments?
5th level.
I'll cast it at level 5.
Okay. So it's a wisdom saving throw.
Nat 1, nat 1, nat 1.
This time is not going to matter. That is a 2, which is a 7, which, yes.
It's not wisdom!
He is not wise.
We
He is not
feel
wise.
So, you can curse it, and you can do any of 4 things.
Yeah.
While cursed, it must make a wisdom. Don't do that, because he's not doing legendary actions. That's unfair.
I am doing legendary actions.
No, sorry, yeah.
No, not
resistance.
legendary resistance.
There's one that's like, you roll a dice, if you fail your wisdom save, you don't get to take an action. It's like, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Screw that, because you just legendary resistance. You can give it the thing that makes it. What was the thing? It must.
You can have disadvantage on con checks and saving throws made with con if you want.
That's mandatory already.
No, it's not. It's
Choose one ability score
Yeah, that's
while cursed, and then
Yeah.
there's four.
No, no, no,
are they
no,
all the
no.
options? Okay.
Yeah.
Give it disadvantage on saving throws for con, right?
Wisdom? The target must make a wisdom. Oh no,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's already failed that.
con. I would say. I mean, you can choose whatever score you want, but
That sounds good. The con one sounds good.
So now has disadvantage on con checks and con saving
I
throws.
say stop
So
it.
disadvantage on con.
I mean, it would still probably have to roll a one.
Run up to it.
It's like plus 17. But it's a turns 5% chance of rolling a 1 into 5% chance of rolling a 1 on 2 dice.
Yeah, which
I
is
like
like
it.
4%.
8% chance.
Memos.
I don't do the cumulative multiplier.
Probability.
Yeah.
Cool. So yes, your spell goes off, and
Nice,
you see as
yeah,
it starts to
stop.
almost like move a bit more sluggily, seems to shake, like snap at the air around
Yeah.
it.
I
Lasts
like
for a
to
whole
picture
minute.
that you put your bongo on it and then when like into the bone, that was your touch, and you just put like a bad vibe into it.
Chill out,
It's a bad vibe.
Chill out, man.
You've been infused with a bad vibe.
Amazing.
Cool. So that is your turn.
Now it's my turn.
Ilva, you're up.
I'm going to do a really, really cool team move here, guys.
Pro gamer move.
Yeah. I'm a death ward myself.
It's not an awful idea.
hey, at least someone needs to live, you know? So, I might be the cool, mysterious underground lady.
You have like over 100 HP, right?
Yeah.
What are you death warding for?
Well, it lasts for 8 hours.
I do that when I wake up and brush my teeth,
I
not when I'm in
would be-
combat.
Hey, I could be like
You
2 bad
never
rolls
know.
away from death.
Okay, all right, fair
So,
enough.
and yeah, that's my turn because I don't have any bonus actions. Unless I can use my bonus action to suss out if there's a way out of here.
Looking around, unless you have the power of flight or a very good swim speed, as far
Yeah.
as you can tell, no.
Yeah. All right, that's my turn.
Cool. Before your turn, Jörmungandr roars and...
Specifically, that's awkward.
Well, no, it's just because it's in this moment. Jörmungandr roars and his tail flicks out and slams into you.
All right, just for a change.
Wait, so first of all,
You is of course Rowan.
Rowan, yes.
I need you to roll me a strength saving throw.
Now it's this.
Are you good
got
at this? You got to be good at this.
That's
No,
not a good
no.
roll, but now
You
I
should-
will use my Indomitable to re-roll it.
Cool. Roll.
I get 3 re-rolls. per
I
long
think it's
rest.
just rerolls for saves.
This is a
This is
save.
a save.
Oh,
a strength
thank
saving
God.
throw.
Okay.
Oh,
I didn't want to break your heart.
So what is that?
That is a 26. 28.
28.
the rare strength saving throw.
So, as
for
the
grapple.
tail whips down, and before it's been slamming down, this sort of like just straight down on top of your motion, this one sweeps more on like cracks you in the side as you skid a few feet to the side, just able to steady yourself with the sword.
Yeah, I was picturing that.
And are not cast off into the surf.
No, thank goodness.
skid, yes!
You take 28 points of bludgeoning damage, but you are
take these.
you are not prone and not thrown
And alive.
off the edge.
I wish I had a potion of speed.
Cool. But now it is your turn.
23. No, wait, you said 23? Yes, yeah, good.
You guys.
Cool. So now it is your turn.
Cool. All right, don't fix one ain't broke. I hit it with a sword again.
The sword.
Like,
The sword.
that's weirdly what the fighter's going to go for. I'm just built like that.
Nice. Built
Old
different.
faithful.
Attack number 1. That will be a 26.
26 hits.
That'll hit even more.
Yes, now it is finally time to introduce my enhanced crit
Yes!
Oh,
Cluster.
what is your subclass?
champion.
You're playing the worst one.
It really didn't take long to write all my abilities down.
All right.
If I hit
That
hard.
means you crit, right?
Yep, so we have 1 crit so far.
Yay.
Oh, but that is definitely another hit. So 3 hits.
3 hits.
And one is a crit.
1 is a crit. So roll
what-
your
yes.
damage.
2. So another 1.
But you're rolling for
Oh, well, okay,
crit
then give me
damage.
4.
Give me 4.
Thank you.
I love that Al has a gigantic box of dice that she has brought with her today. It's very funny.
All right, and since I have a great weapon fighting, I'm going to re-roll that one. Thank you.
they're so pretty.
7, 12, 21 plus 18, 30, 40 damage.
Ooh.
Cop them apples.
Power kill. Power kill.
Again, I'm going to tell you. You, like, charging forward, like, hack through, now seeing the weakness in between these scales, push through, prying off these, like, shards of almost like stone as they splash into the water, and hacking at the soft flesh beneath. As you step back, you are looking up at this creature, and you feel your chest heaving from the exertion that you have put through. You see this creature standing in front of you with what appeared to be what anything else would have been mortal wounds, which on the immensity of this creature, which even in the ideals of what you're looking at, you don't even think this is all of him. As you stare up, as the serpent like turns to face you again, there is a rumble of thunder overhead. This loud rolling thunder, and on this like clap of thunder as it rolls, you hear for a moment this almost like within it the sound of a voice that just says, "There you are." As there is a flash of lightning, you look up and you see a bolt fly through the air. The serpent's head whipping up to look as this fairly large but short hammer just cracks into its jaw, like throwing it sideways. The first forced movement you have actually seen, as another figure wreathed in lightning, his red hair blowing behind him, this hulking, like oversized, almost dwarven looking figure lands at the edge of the World Serpent's jaw and just starts smashing his hammer against it. You take a moment, yes, you cheer, and there's this like elation until you feel the earth beneath you shift. There is a crack and the crumbling of stone as looking around you see the serpent's coil starting to thrash and heave against the water, and suddenly the floor beneath you gives out and you fall into darkness. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Well, I'm glad we don't have to keep fighting that big old bum.
So glad I just teleported.
Yeah. You knew something was happening.
Oh, yeah, you did. And you fall 400 feet, take 500 bludgeoning damage, but you live.
Everybody dies.
That's what falling to water.
I'll uncanny dodge my
drown, resurrect, and then drown again.
Hey, it's darkness. I like darkness. I'm cool with darkness.
Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you, of course, to our patrons.
It'll be fun.
Who are scrolling across the screen. We will continue to find out what the hell is going on with Ragnarok. It's all broken. Jörmungandr isn't meant to be here now, and Thor, and it's all early.
It's too early.
It's not on.
Yeah, that was the quintessential video game survive level.
Yeah.
Oops, for now. Find out if we actually do in the next episode.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Bye.